To run this automation is just as easy as providing your product image, the number of videos that you want, provide the short script of your video idea, and all is left to do is execute this workflow and the videos will be done on autopilot.
My cousin showed me this charging crystal ball, and honestly, it's perfect for holiday gifts. Everyone in my family wants one now.
I just found this shirt by accident online, and seriously, it feels so comfy and looks kind of cute with anything.
My friend told me to try this face serum. Honestly, it surprised me. My skin feels just way softer now. Click below for 40% off if you want to try it.
Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Ken Vos. I've done over 6 figures working with crypto markets before going all in on AI. Now I create automations that scale your revenue, boost your businesses, and automate your tasks. In this video, I'll share with you how to create a UGC AI ad automation using the newest Google model, VEO 3.1. Let's take a quick overview of how this system works. We have 4 sections of our system. In the first one, we input the information that we want. This is the only section where we have to do some things manually. Think of this part as a mini software where you can just basically enter your information and the system will do the rest. This brief node right here is the only node that we need to fill up manually. If we go over inside, we have these fields to fill out. First, we provide the product image that we want to promote. Then we tell the system how many videos we want from this execution. Then we give the system a video idea. We can provide a script here, a scene, the camera angle, and all of that. But the system is smart enough, so you only need to put in a script right here. I've told it that this is a TikTok video promoting this face serum and to tell them in the end to get it for 40% off by clicking the link below. The system now will get this idea and create a perfect prompt for your video. Then we provide the model name. We have VEO3_fast right here, but since we are using key.ai, it means VEO 3.1 fast. The difference between the fast one and the normal one is barely noticeable. So I always recommend people to using the fast one. We are using VEO 3.1, but per documentation we must write it as VEO 3 fast right here. And the aspect ratio, we have it 16:9. We can't make it 9:16 on VEO 3 fast because key.ai doesn't allow it, so we have to change this model name to the VEO 3 normal. This is the only way to make the aspect ratio 9:16 right here, which is the vertical aspect ratio on your phone. For this demo, I'll be using the 16:9. Then we move on to the master prompt. This is the part where you don't have to do anything because I've already done the hard work for you. I've optimized this prompt right here, so the system creates the best UGC AI ads. And that is all for this node. Everything else will be done automatically for you. In this analyze image node, this is where the system analyzes your product image and creates an accurate description to give it to the AI agent. Then we move on to the second section, which is the create prompts one. We have an AI agent which creates the perfect prompt for our UGC ad using the information we have provided previously. The split out node just separates the scenes if we have more than one video. Moving on, we go to the create video section. This is where we create the video right here. This is where we give all the information from the prompt to the product image and everything to the key.ai API, so it creates the VEO 3.1 video. Then we wait for the video to be done. After the video is done, we just download it into our n8n workflow and upload it to our Google Drive. That's basically how this automation works out. Before we begin explaining every node on detail how this system works, you can download this full workflow ready for you inside my community, the AI Syndicate. I'll be providing inside the classroom section this workflow and all the information you need. I'll be leaving the link of the community in the description. If you're new to AI automations, don't worry, I'll explain everything so you can understand as a complete beginner. The page that we are using to create these automations is called n8n. Just go to a new tab and type n8n.io. When you get inside of here, click on get started if you don't have an account or on sign in otherwise. When you are signed in, if you created a new account, you will have a 2-week trial to create as many workflows as you want. And to create a new workflow, just click on the top left right here. Go on workflow and click on personal, and the new workflow blank page will open up. Let's start with creating the first node. The first one is a trigger node. Click on the plus icon and search for trigger. This node creates this button on the bottom right here, which is needed to execute the workflow. Moving on, we go to the brief node. You can find it by searching edit fields. Now I've named it brief just for organization purposes. You can name the nodes on the top right here by clicking and naming it whatever you want. The first field we need to create is a Google Drive link reference image. This is the field where we input our product image. I've gone on Amazon and downloaded this image for this skin serum. You can just use your product that you want to promote. The only thing you have to do is just upload it into a Google Drive folder, just like I have. Click on these 3 dots right here next to it. Click on share, share again, and make sure the general access is anyone with a link and not restricted. This way this link can be used by n8n. Click on copy link and paste it inside this field. The next field is the one that we input how many videos we want for this automation. I'll just leave it as one for the demo. Create another field. This one will be called video idea because we will be inputting our script or the idea that we have for the video. I just typed a general prompt right here with no script, and in the end I just told it to say get it for 40% off by clicking the link below. You can write a comprehensive script otherwise. The next field is about the model name. The model that I recommend 90% of people to use is the VEO 3.1 fast. Otherwise, if you want the more expensive model, just remove the underscore fast part and leave it as VEO 3. This removal also is needed if you want to change the aspect ratio to 9:16. Because VEO 3 Fast has only 16:9 available at the moment. Moving on, we have the master prompt field. This prompt right here is needed for VEO 3.1 to create perfect UGC AI ads, because otherwise the videos will look cartoonish and not like real people, and we don't want that. You can screenshot this part right here and paste it to ChatGPT to give you the text back. But basically this script, it just gives the VEO 3.1 the best dialogue inspiration, how the dialogue should look like, the emotion of the videos it should have. You can read this if you have time, if you want to know how everything works on detail. And that's it for this edit fields node. Let's just execute it. Now the information that we put in the fields is available as variables. We can use this information in the next node. Before moving on to the next node, automations are great, but none of this matters if your ad sucks. To save you the hassle, here's a website which I genuinely believe helps beginners shortcut the process. They have done over $30 million in sales using their ads, so they know what works and what doesn't. Let me show you the most profitable AIUGC package they have. When you get this package, you just need to provide some product information and the ad requirements. Everything else will be done by the viral Ecom Adz team, and they have a guaranteed 24-hour delivery for the VIP users. And they are actually running a promotion now for their VIP members, which is 75% off on every package and 24-hour guaranteed delivery. Let me show you an example of how the video will look like when you get it back.
My co-host mentioned something that actually caught my attention: a rechargeable knee massager. Links in the description, because feeling good shouldn't have an age limit, right?
This was just an example because the videos you will get are about 30 to 45 seconds long. They were kind enough to give me a discount for me and my members. You will get 15% off on every purchase you make by clicking the link on the description. Let's move on to the next node now. We have an analyze image node. You just have to click on the plus icon on the right and search for OpenAI, and on the category search for analyze image. You have to connect your OpenAI credentials for this one. Just click on this and create new credential. To find your API key, just go to platform.openai.com, create an account there, click on settings on top right, then you have to find API keys in the left, and just create a new secret key. Paste that key inside the credentials right here and just save this. For the resource you have to leave it as image because we will be analyzing an image, and the operation analyze image. For the module I have chosen the ChatGPT 4.0 latest because that's the best one. Now inside the text input I have written this right here. I have optimized this, so you just have to copy and paste it into your own system. Just screenshot this and paste it to ChatGPT. Once you have filled this text input up, for the input type make it image URLs, and inside the URL you have to paste this exact same code. This is done in a way so n8n can read the product image, because if you use the link that we provided from Google Drive, n8n will not be able to read it. That's why we have this specific code. Just do the same and copy paste it inside your system. And that's all for this analyze image node. You can just execute this step now. Once that is done, we move on to the create prompt section. This is the most important part of the system, because we have an AI agent which will create the perfect prompt for our UGC ad. Find the AI agent node by clicking on the plus icon and searching for AI agent. This is how the information inside the node should look like. For the source for prompt, make it defined below. Then we go inside the prompt. This might look confusing, but it's actually very easy to understand. We just say to the AI agent that its task is to create an image and video prompts as guided by our system guidelines. We tell it to make sure that the reference image is as depicted as accurately as possible in the resulting images, especially all text. We are just telling the agent to create a prompt that describes the product as accurately as possible when we create a video. Then we tell it to give me and this code right here, which you can also also get by just drag and dropping the variable from the brief node. Here on the right, we click on the brief node and find this how many videos variable, which is the number of videos we have entered. Just drag and drop it inside the prompt right here and it should produce the same output as me, which is 1. Then we tell it ideas about this main topic. And the topic is the video idea, we just drag and drop it inside of here also. The user's preferred aspect ratio is the one we entered previously, 16:9. Also drag and drop this. Then we give it the master prompt, which is the one I told you before. For all the prompts you generate, follow the structure of this prompt strictly. The master prompt is the piece of text between the 3 dashes, which is right here. Just drag and drop this master prompt variable inside of here and it should produce the same output. Then we say, if provided, here is the image reference URL, and just put this Google Drive reference right here. Then we say, here is the description of the image reference if it's provided. Now this variable right here is not from the brief node anymore, but from the analyze image one. We get it from this content variable, just put it inside of here. And in the end we say to use the think tool, which double checks the output. This just makes sure that the AI agent gives us the exact output that we want. Moving on with the system message now, if we open this up, you will see all this text, but don't worry, because all of this is just instructions for the AI agent to give us the perfect output. Otherwise it will produce a lot of errors. Long story short, we just say to the agent that he is creating a UGC ad and to follow all of our instructions to a T. I'll move this slowly now so you can screenshot it and put it inside your own agent. You can go on detail on your own to learn how everything works out. This AI agent has to be connected to a chat model, which you click on this plus icon right here, you should have it available, and search for an OpenAI chat model. For the credentials, just select the one you saved earlier on the analyze image. And for the model I have selected GPT 4.1 because I found out that it produces the most consistent results. Then we have to connect this to a memory. Click on the plus icon and search for simple memory. For the session ID, click on define below and enter a 4 random number for the key. This is just the key to store the session ID. Don't worry about this, just enter a 4 random number. And for the context window, I've entered 10. What this number is that it tells the agent to remember the last 10 prompts it created, so it doesn't repeat itself. So if we want 5 different videos, it will not repeat one of those videos, it will create 5 different videos for us. Going to the AI agent again, we have to connect a tool now. Click on the plus icon and search for the think tool. You don't have to change anything here because it will be pre-filled for you. Then the last thing we have to connect is an output parser. You should have this require specific output format toggled off. Just toggle it on and a plus icon should appear on the bottom right here. Click on it and search for output parser on the right. Here's how it should look like inside. For the schema type, we select the generate from JSON example. Inside the JSON example, we provide this exact code. You can screenshot this also and provide it to your own system. This just tells the agent to give us this exact output. So we differentiate different scenes and toggle on this autofix format. A plus icon should pop up on the bottom. You can also find it in the bottom on this node right here. Just drag and drop it inside the OpenAI chat module. So both the structured output parser and the AI agent use the same OpenAI node. And that's all for the agent. You can click on execute step now. This is how the output should look like. This is how the aspect ratio should look like. Now we have to connect this AI agent node to a split out one. The only function of this is to separate the scenes. So if you want to produce more than one video, this just makes sure every video has its own process. Inside the fields to split out, just enter output.scenes. Just execute this step now. We move on to the third section, create video. Search for HTTP request node. I've named it create video just for organization. A shortcut to fill all of this information for you is to go to key.ai and go to the models market. You click on the VEO 3.1 and this page should open up right now. Click on API and go to generate VEO 3.1 AI video. On the right you should see this C URL right here. Click on copy. Go back to your n8n node. Click on import C URL and paste the exact same one you got. As we see now, we have some fields filled up for us. We don't have to move anything from the URL. The method leave it as post. Now for these send headers, we just have to enter our API key from key.ai. To get that, just go into your profile and search for API key on the left. Click on create API key and it should be ready. Just make sure you fill the account up with some credits. I think the minimum was $5. It is more than enough to create plenty of videos. You just remove this token right here and paste your API key. A better way to do this actually is remove these headers and go to authentication. click on generic credential type, then on header auth, and for the header auth, click on create new credential. For the name you have to put authorization with a capital A. For the value, click on expression, remove if you have anything, and enter this exact one. Bearer with a capital B, and then paste your API key you got. Click on save, and these credentials should be saved for every node you need it. I've already connected mine, so we'll move on. Inside this send body, we should see a JSON code right here, which if you open this up, there should be a lot of information, but I will paste my optimized one so you can copy it also. This is the JSON code that you should be using. This prompt right here has the prompt we got from the AI agent. We can find it on the left on the split out node. Just drag and drop it inside of here. For the image URL, you have also to drag and drop the one from the brief node, this right here. For the model, we drag and drop the model name. The aspect ratio we have written before. Everything else, leave it the same. This is now updated dynamically every time we run this system. Once you do all of that, you just click on execute step now. If it says go to 100, it means it was a success and the process has already started. While we are waiting for that to be done, we create a new waiting node. Click on the plus icon and search for wait. On the resume, click after time interval. And wait amount you have to enter 1. Select also seconds in the waiting unit and click on execute. I have put it on 1 because we want to check every 1 second if the process is done or not. If you put a big number, for example 180 seconds, there are a lot of times that it takes a little bit more or a little bit less than that, and we want to get the output as soon as it's finished and not later or sooner. Connect this wait node with a HTTP request 1 again. We'll also fill this up using the CURL. Go again to this VEO 3.1 page, but this time you select this section right here. Get VEO 3.1 video details. Find the CURL on the right, click on copy, and paste it inside of the CURL right here. Toggle these headers off and just enter for the authentication the same one we entered previously. So we are using the same credentials as before. Moving on, toggle this send body off and turn on the send query parameters. For the name you have to enter task ID with a capital I. And inside the value, just drag and drop the task ID from the left. It should be green. Then click on execute step. You should see this kind of output right here. Because we created those nodes before, the system had enough time to process the video. But we need to add another node and checks if the video is done every second before moving on. That's why we create a if node. Inside of the if node, you have to put these conditions. Drag and drop this success flag variable inside of the first one. On the second, click on it, search for number and search for is equal to. And on the last one, just enter the number 1. What this does is that it checks if the success flag is 1 or 0. Now, Key.ai uses this flag system. If it's 1, it means the video has completed. And if it's 0, it means the video is on processing. You should see two options on this if node, a true and a false. The system moves on with the true path if the success flag is 1. And if it's 0, it moves on with this false path. Just drag and drop this plus icon you should see right here to the behind of the waiting node. This creates a loop, and if the video is not done yet, it goes and checks every 1 second, just like I told you before. This is the way to make this system completely on autopilot. After you connected that, just execute this step. Moving on to the last section, to get the video back, you just connect to the true path a HTTP request node. For the method, you leave it to get, and for the URL right here, just drag and drop this result URLs. Drag and drop it inside of here. It should be the same output as me. No need for authentication in this one. Just click on execute step. As we can see, the video is downloaded into the n8n workflow. Now, of course, we can leave it as it is, but by doing it this way, every time we run the system, every other previous video is lost, and we see only the latest video right here. That's why we need to upload these files inside our Google Drive. Click on the plus icon on the right of this node and search for Google Drive node and search for the upload file section. You have to connect your credentials first. Click on create new credential and just click on n8n AI. It should give you some instructions to find the client ID and your secret ID for your Google Drive node. It should take 1 or 2 minutes to follow those instructions. Once you have saved and connected your credentials, for the resource we leave it to file, operation upload, and the input data field name you have to leave it as data always, because every file n8n downloads, it names data. File name, I just drag and drop this task ID right here. It should be unique every time. For the parent drive, you click on My Drive, and I recommend creating a folder on your Google Drive so we upload every video we create inside of that. I've already created mine and named it VEO 3.1 UGC videos. The only thing left to do is just execute this step. Once that is executed, we can go inside the folder and find our video right here. Let's just download it and watch it together.
My friend told me to try this face serum. Honestly, it surprised me. My skin feels just way softer now. Click below for 40% off if you want to try it.
VEO 3.1 has outdone itself. The video doesn't look like AI anymore. If you showed someone this video, they'll definitely think it's a real person. That's why these UGC AI ads right now are the best performing product promotion videos, because they are super cheap and you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars to these influencers to promote your product. You just provide an image and everything else will be done by AI. If you watched this video till now, let me tell you, you are one of the few people who take this seriously and will reap the rewards of this new AI era. Like I said in the beginning, you will find this full workflow with every information you need inside my classroom section of my community. I will also leave a link to it inside my description down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment what kind of automation should I do next. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.